All right, let's talk about our weather because it's
Yeah.
warm. This is the warmest day of the week, believe it or
And I
not.
don't even know if you'd consider it warm
It's not.
because the wind chill is still in the 20s.
Yeah, it's blustery.
But yeah, that wind still has a bite. But yeah, it's warm compared to what we're going to see because we've got a blast of Arctic air coming in. I'm sure you've seen all over social media the big winter storm this weekend.
I didn't know if you wanted me to ask you about that.
We can talk about that. A lot of times we don't put stuff out there when the storm hasn't even formed yet.
Yeah.
It's still out. The low is still out in the Pacific Ocean. So anybody can post stuff for clicks and likes, and that's what you see a lot of. You see 84 inches. Oh my goodness, you know. And then it comes and it's like 4 inches.
Exactly, or
so
none.
when we get a little bit closer, that's when we can really throw some numbers on it. So earlier this week, yes, we were recognizing a pattern. Okay, we've got a low that's going to bring some Gulf moisture and combine with some Arctic air. Now we're kind of at the edge here of this 4 to 5 days out. We see that these models are starting to get into a little bit more agreement. It does look like we're going to be under the bullseye for this storm. So 2 to 3 days out by tomorrow. Okay, how should we plan? What kind of precip are we going to be getting? Looks like we're going to be getting snow. Get the shovels ready because by the end of the weekend, probably going to need them really 1 to 2 days out. How should we react? Fine tuning the timing, the amount, exactly when it's in, exactly when it's out of here. Right now it looks like late Saturday, overnight Saturday into your day on Sunday. So the end of the weekend definitely going to be impacted. As I said, this low is still off the west coast, so it has 3,000 miles still to go. One of the things I learned from Jim Ganon, I learned a lot of stuff from him, but you have to wait till this low gets to the east of the Rockies because these Rockies can really steer that low and change it. And moving this low 100 miles one way or the other drastically changes the forecast. Right now, it looks like the low will pass just to our south, and if you're on the northern edge of that low, that's where the snow is. So the cold air is going to combine with this Gulf moisture. There's going to be a lot of ice with this. I would anticipate that ice stays south of the Ohio River. And once we're on the northern edge of this, that's going to push that moisture our way. The air in place is going to be frigid. We get that counterclockwise rotation, so it combines with that Arctic air, and that's what's going to give us the snow. So we had a warm front actually lift over us today. That's why temperatures, for the most part, are above freezing. But the cold front right on the doorstep here with that low sitting over the Lake Michigan right now. So it is awfully windy. Wind gusts up around 30 miles an hour for the rest of the afternoon. But notice it's a southwesterly flow, so it is actually bringing us in some warmer air. Out at the airport right now, right at the freezing mark. South wind at 10, making it feel like it is 24 degrees. The rest of your hour-by-hour futurecast, we had some of this snow already move through southern part of the state. As we get into tonight, here comes the actual cold front itself. So it'll be 8 o'clock. We'll see some of these snow showers. But notice at the surface, we're at 38 degrees, maybe even mixing in with a little bit of light rain. As this whole system pushes off to the east, we are going to be dry, I think, on Thursday, but it is going to be awfully cold. And then on Friday, we've got another cold front that's going to come through. I think this one comes through dry, maybe a few light snow showers up along Lake Erie and into the northern part of the state. That's really going to reinforce that cold air on the backside of this, bringing us some clouds in by Friday night, and then some very bitterly cold temperatures by the time we get to the start of the weekend. So even though I don't think we'll get the snow on Saturday until late, highs on Saturday only to about 13. This is our weather alert day. This is where we could see the shovelable snow. Right now it looks to be, several inches at least. Be able to really fine tune that here in about 24 hours. And then that cold sticks around for the beginning of next week.